But as you can see,
Yes, you are.
I am recording season 10, episode 1. But I'm sure this season, I've got a feeling it's going to be a soft reboot, just like season 1. It's all going to be light-hearted and fun. Shall we do a cold open?
Let's do it. Who shall you be, etc., etc.?
Exactly. And scene and action.
Going to leave Springfield. They're going to another Springfield. It's the Rod and Todd spin-off sitcom starring Maude and Ned. Going to leave Springfield. Going to another Springfield. It's the Maude and Ned spin-off sitcom starring Rod and Todd.
Oh, Lady John Ham, thank goodness you're here. Rod and Todd are missing, and we suspect it's Aunt Tatiana's doing.
Yes, Diddley, she's always been mean to the boys, Diddley, but this time it's gone too effing diddly far.
Oh, cry us a river.
Not now, Helen, my sweet butter boy. H.H. Jr.'s also gone, and my assistant, whoever, I have the feeling the owl who used to be human might have a clue.
Then let's go.
Let's go to this large tree and find the owl perched high above.
Oh, I've seen a Tatiana taking the kids to the north. Ooh-hoo.
Then it's time for us to take a journey to find our children, I guess, isn't
Let's
it?
get into
Lady
the
John Ham,
handmobile.
ready?
Yes.
What is that machine? What is that huge van with the front adorned with a friendly, larger-than-life face of John Ham,
Well,
with a
it's
twinkling eye and a welcoming smile?
Of course, it's my handmobile. Let's get in. Grin, grin. Let's hop in and hit the road. And now the four of us, Maude, Ned, and Lady John Ham, and Helen Lovejoy Ham. This must be a flashback. Pile into the handmobile. Let's begin our zany trip across North Dakota.
Why must it be a flashback?
Because I believe that Helen Lovejoy Ham... Oh no, this is Helen. No, it makes sense. I'm all
He married his
confused.
second Helen, if you remember, John.
God, you can't even remember what Helen you're up to.
I'm all puddled. Hankinson, the world's largest toaster. Oh, how many slices of bread could that toast at once?
I tell you where you wouldn't be able to. I tell you where you wouldn't find it.
Where?
Weatherspoons.
Fargo?
Breakfast.
This says Fargo now as we truck along. Chung, chung, chung. Look at all the silly animals, Diddley, that they're warring for the animal, vegetable, annual Olympics. Diddley.
Exactly.
Oh, I like Fargo. Hey, look at that. Those people are racing in hot dog costumes. I think I lost it. Look, a potato racetrack has been won by a no-nonsense female officer of the law.
But enough of that. Let's keep riding all the way to West Fargo. Let's enjoy. I've never seen a hot dog this long. It's almost like it's a foot long. Comedically large toppings that I'm sure are on screen right now.
Yes, I know. They make you uncomfortable.
They make me very comfortable.
Let's go to the next city. You can't slurp a hot dog.
Just watch me.
Look, what are this? When this next time we're in Moorhead, shared with Minnesota. Look at this wacky art installation.
It seems to be made entirely of rubber chickens.
This child abduction journey has turned out to be rather fun for us. Now I hope
Great.
we don't find them.
Well, I
Just
hope
kidding.
Find them, just kidding, but I hope we have lots more fun along the way. Look at this. Are we in a big rush, everyone? Because I'd really like us to stop off to have a dance off with these break-dancing farmers. Let's show them what for. Cut to disco music.
I'm not playing, me.
Alright, just stay in the van, Helen. That's all you've done the entire trip. No one asks you to dance.
Oh, she's shaking her head. Anyway. Time to stop for some gas now in Castleton. What a charming 80s rock air guitar fiasco that was.
Well, I, Maude, am going to take part. Here's my rendition of that Journey song. Is it Any Way You Want It?
All the ways I want it.
Don't Stop Believing. Let's move on to Grand Forks. We're getting further and further north here, I think.
I think so too, but what about Hillsborough? Let's not forget. Let's all reminisce about how we encountered a group of seniors doing a synchronized scooter dance routine to 80s pop music. A lot of these adventures seem to be related to the 1980s.
There seems to be a big festival statewide.
Lock the doors because we're entering the Badlands just outside Grand Forks and right next to Big Spoons.
It looks like an alien planet. Why don't we playfully pretend to be explorers as we look for our missing children?
But enough of that, we're looking for our missing children. Let's take another brief pit stop in a family-run oddity museum in Grafton. Look at all the weird and wonderful artifacts. There's a shrunken head, and there's another one. Oh, that one looks like my wife. That one looks a lot like my wife. Take my wife, please, and put her in my pocket.
Look, John Ham, there's a 3-headed chicken. I really like that. I think that's my favourite thing I've seen all trip.
Oh, Helen, are you having a nice time?
I didn't say that.
Anyway, let's continue on our trip. Chuk, 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 chuk. You should put like 20 seconds of driving music in between each of them.
This is supposed to be the short season. We're still in the cold open.
But it's time to look at Drayton. Hello, old woman. Tell us what you see. I see your future in fortune cookies, and here is a cryptic clue about where her hideout is. Don't take the M26 and turn left, junction 8. It's the third house on the left. Oh, thanks. That's hardly cryptic. It's also wrong.
Oh, well, Let's have a quirky roadside rest here in this quirky roadside rest area. I'm knackered. For once, I agree with Helen.
She's knackered.
There is a foam finger pointing towards the north. What do you think, Lady John? Have you been decidedly unwacky on this trip?
I've been so interested in all of the things going on that there's hardly been time for whack.
Do you mean nervous about the missing child?
But look at this group of street performers. One of them looks like our child. Oh, look, there's Rod. Oh, no, that's wrong. That's just a weasel in a wig.
That's just Todd.
It's just an acrobatic squirrel but the stunts are impressive and I'm in awe. However, I really am beginning to miss our children as night falls on the 4th day.
It's a ghost town in Devil's Lake. Look, lots of ghosts. Next up, Rugby.
But what about Devil's Lake? Let's not skip over the fun we had there with the ghost hunting and the silly ghost hunting. We remember when we used the feather dusters and bubble wands, and we encountered a real poltergeist and we loosened ourselves inside our respective breeches. Do you remember that, team?
I remember it like it was yesterday.
I can smell it like it was this morning.
Yes.
Helen certainly remembers. She's got the scars to prove it.
The skids. But what about... What about now we're entering the small town of Rugby and it's hosting a quirky film festival. Let's take in a couple of movies before we continue to look for our missing children. I'm sure
Only
they'll
if
find.
they are B movies about animals.
What kind of animals?
Talking ones. We have time.
Oh, ha, 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 ha. The absurdity of it all.
She's their aunt. She must be looking after them. We've got plenty of time.
Inside that whale, inside the whale's belly. But now,
Yes.
just south of Bottignon, we encounter a oh, who's that just coming over the road? Why, I'm just a friendly hermit. You look a lot like the old woman we met further down the street. Oh, it's just a coincidence. But here,
You've got the same car. We've watched you follow us.
regardless of that, here is a map that I have drawn that gives you her rumoured location. That's my rumours.
It's another lie map. Let's take it. What does that road sign say, Helen?
I'm not reading, you read it.
Fine. There is reverse gravity on this road. Oh, this is so comical.
Oh, look, I'm flying. John, you're simply just diddly pretending to fly. Oh, you got me. There's no such thing as reverse gravity.
I have once had a day so fun. I am glad the children were taken.
And finally,
Just kidding.
we're getting closer. I'm sure I can smell them. It's in Dunse. And before we go and really follow this map to the T and go down to the house, let's all participate in this pie eating contest. But I don't really like diddly pies, diddly. Don't worry, it's filled with whipped cream.
Full of everything.
This is a messy and hilarious spectacle.
It is, isn't it? But look now, chug, chug, chug. Finally, beautiful sunset over the North Dakota plains here in Hansborough. And we finally track down the barn where Tatiana is hiding our children. Let's park up. Seatbelts off, everyone. Okay, we need a plan to rescue the kids.
What are we going to do?
Who's there?
Oh no, she's got us. She's caught us. She's got Rod and Todd. She's wearing them as a cape.
Could I just stop for a moment? That woman is wearing our children as a cape. How is that even possible?
It looks painful for them. She's got the legs.
But Tatiana, you've always
around
been
her neck.
you've always been so good, Tatiana. Why did you take our children, Diddly?
Well, I took them because they are destined to become gingers heirs, and they need to be put through a trial.
I'm furious. Where is Ham Ham Jr.?
Who? I only have these two.
Oh my goodness, Ham Ham! Oh.
Oh, his leg's off. Leg's gone off.
We've killed Tatiana.
She is many pieces.
Maude, it's a Mud Good Cast Season 10! Can you believe it? Telekinesis, a mind control, Scarlet Witch, Mexican food, burritos, tacos, guacamole, I'm flustered by serial killer's eyes, solved by more Satan's boners, not Conrad Goodman, not a bottom smacker with damn vegetables, shameful caught Bible underliner, she's the tuppence guinea pig owner of who, what, when, where, why, it's the Maude Flanders Internet Museum, Season 10, Season MF10. Season 10, Episode 1, who would have thought it?
Who would have thought it? We went through a phrase of ironic who would have thought it, to then just saying it, having thought it, to now it being in a time where it's really who would have thought it.
Nobody would have thought that we would ever have got to season 10. That's like we're getting close to 100 mods, aren't we?
Yes, we might have as many hours of content as The Simpsons soon.
We might do. Here we are still in the even weir republic with me, you, Froze, Rimswater, and Flimsy Rosewater, and Derek Nightshade, our cousins.
Oh yeah, they're off over there talking about the Van Houtens or something stupid.
Ah, yeah, nonsense, innit? Like not even sticking to Maude.
No.
But the fun's over now. We went to space. We went through the end of space time. We went to Springfield, went to Hollywood in the 1990s. We were attacked by zombies. We went to Sunderland, the island. We defeated the evil professor, the bad lads and 80s monsters. We went to fight Xenakis in the Wee Wee Principality. We were somewhat victorious, although it's hard to say. And then we ended up.
We went down there. We went with about 36 friends and came back with Rob Hobgoblin.
Well, you know, some you win, some you lose, but it's time, Zaz, after all those Zaz ventures, to head back to Wigan. So let's say, Mice, can you help us? It's nice, but we have a museum to run. How do we get back to Waz? Oh, you just go through the tunnel. It brings you out in the town hall of Lee. And you can catch the 185 to Wigan and then walk to Waz Mains. This can be the first minute of season 10. All right, brilliant. So
that's pretty easy. That's easier to get out of than the Wee Wee Principality.
Oh yeah, you don't have to go through a robot's body and transport. It's just the tunnels, right? Because we know that the mice invented the planet Earth, just like in Hitchhiker's Galaxy. Literally exactly the same as they did in that book. So let's.
They're also in a karaoke. They're also in a karaoke choir run by Nile Balloon Manticore.
Well, let's hope there's no mistakes there.
The truth is, I thought it mattered. I thought the music mattered. But does it, bollocks? Not compared to how people matter.
That could be disastrous. But anyway, grab baby Jacques Derrida.
Reconstruct. Deconstruct.
And let's head back to Wigan. Walk.
We're in Lee.
We're in Lee now, aren't we?
What's the theme song for Lee?
I think it's just someone like taking a really long farty dump
into a cesspit.
Well,
I thought it was
into Lee, yeah.
Metastasis.
Mephistopheles.
Exactly. Mr. Papadopoulos. Well, at least we're back to our museum. We haven't been here for seasons. Well,
no, we're
on our way back. We're on our way back to our museum. So that's nice for us.
That is.
Stamp's coming with us. So Stamp, you can have your job back, I guess.
Oh, is Stamp coming with us?
I assume so. Are you coming with us, Stamp?
Yeah, might as well. All right,
well, you can have your job back as long as this time you don't try to overthrow us with a cat army and murder our chef.
Well, we're back here now. That was quite a long journey. Hopefully you put some like travel sounds in there and everything. But now we're back. It's who would have thought it? The IMFDB is beautiful and pristine and ready. The last one burnt to the ground in some kind of zombie incident, but I'm sure this season I've got a feeling it's going to be a soft reboot, just like season 1. It's all going to be light-hearted and fun.
Yeah, the monkeys have actually finished building it.
It looks like they've done a half-decent job, haven't they? But here we are back at the MFIMDB 1. New monkeys, what have you been up to?
Very finished, it's all done.
You've actually done a surprisingly good job, haven't you?
Yeah, but you'll never find where wee bottles are.
Not really interested. Off you go, you're fired.
Well, thanks, bye.
Now
We're all fired.
Good job. So we need to talk to Jeff Space Jeff Apple Jesus 2 to find out what's going on. Ring 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 ring.
Hey, this is Jeff Space Apple Jesus 2. Can I help you?
Hi. Yeah, we're back at the museum finally. It looks
Pretty good.
Who's
Are
this?
It's Zaz.
Oh, hi. Good Zaz or bad Zaz?
Good.
Oh, that's nice.
What can I do for you? What can I do for you?
Well,
What can I do you
want to
for?
know.
Just want to know what's going on. We've got back to the museum and It's built. It's up.
looking,
It's ready.
It's looking beautiful, isn't it, boys? All ready to start the new horizon of season 10. I've written you a blank check. You can buy whatever you like. But all I suggest is that a gentler version of the previous seasons is all good. It's a new, more day. And here is a BC for do what you want with it. I'm on board with all of that. Gentle is the key. The monkeys did a good job, and someone amongst us must make that clear.
Well, that worked out. That's probably the best thing that's happened to us in 10 seasons. Here's our blank check. Let's
brilliant. Let's see what happens. But first,
get this museum. Let's get this roster
sponsors.
cooking. Sponsors indeed.
Oh, I haven't done any.
Well, that's good because
Chatbot welcomes you back for the official Season 2 sponsor reveal, who will be competing this time around for the title of Sponsor Supreme. Without further ado, bring back my girls.
It's a pleasure to be here. Firstly, thanks for the opportunity.
It's CEO of Shell Global, Maude 1. Baker Blur. It's King Louis the 14th of France.
And I am not saying another word until I talk to my lawyer, because why is he wearing shorts?
The Maude Flanders of Family Guy, Muriel Goldman.
That's the saddest sound I know.
Any chocoholics in the house? It's the Nestle Bunny.
Viva, viva la Befana!
Mamma Mia. It's Italian Christmas which La Befana. Wassailing folk custom icon Mary Lou.
I found that if you have a goal, that you might not reach it. But if you don't have one, you will never disappoint.
Dodge these balls. It's Vince Vaughn.
My name is Cannon. I started dancing at quite a young age.
From the silly walks of Instagram, the Devon Maid. Hail Leica, it's Rex Woofington. Will he outshine his predecessor? Wang Yu-Pu.
And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him.
There's no escaping this queen. It's Death. And one final, secret surprise contestant for the crown.
we are going to university tomorrow.
It's Nathan O'Leary. Good luck, sponsorinos. Category is Cast Couture. First up, Whale Sawan as Nedna. King Louis the 14th as Princess Kashmir. Muriel Goldman as Leopold. The Nestle Bunny as Database. Mary Lude as Man Getting Hit by Football. Vince Vaughn as Troy McClure. The Devon Maid as Pinchy. Rex Woofington as Poochie. Wang Yu-Pu as Snowsuit Maggie Simpson. Death as Jolly Old Saint Nick. And lastly, Nathan as Barb Belfry. Category is Hometown Glories. First up, representing Beirut, it's Whale Sawan. Representing France, King Louis the 14th of France. Representing Quahog, Rhode Island, Muriel Goldman. Representing Glendale, California, Quickie the Nestle Bunny, his name is Quickie, it turns out. Representing Italy, La Befana. Representing Wales, Mary Lude. Representing the Honey Crisp Apple, state fruit of Minneapolis, it's Republican actor Vince Vaughn. Representing Plymouth, Devon, the Devon Maid. Representing the Vietnamese jungle, Rex Woofington. Representing China, Wang Yu-Pu. Representing the underworld, Death. Representing Platoise, it's Zaz. The sponsors are really bringing the fashions this year. Take that, Scott Walker. But also continue to rest in peace.
Very good. And so
Yes, that's what. I'll add some preface to that. This is new sponsor race. We will just be looking at what the sponsors wore, and I will just tell you information about the rest.
Do it.
This is the highlights. As you know, in the first episode, how everybody insults each other, so here were the best insults real quick. This is the longest one. Death said to me, "What doesn't kill you disappoints me." I said to Liberthana, "Your family tree must be a cactus because you're all a bunch of pricks." And I said to Vince Vaughn, "Light travels faster than sound, which is why you seemed bright until you spoke." The Nestle Bunny says to Muriel Goldman, "You bring everyone so much joy when you leave the room." And Whale Soan said to Wang Yupu, "Keep rolling your eyes, maybe you'll find a brain back there." Wang said to the Devon maid, "Hey Trainwreck, this is not your station." Vince Vaughn said to Rex Woffington, "You fear success, but you really have nothing to worry about," which is a good one.
It's very good.
And he also said to me, "Honey, I would roast you, but your lace front looked burnt enough." And then the challenge winner was the Devon maid, and she went up against a lip sync assassin, which was Scott Walker. She lost to Scott Walker, which means the group got to vote out a person, and they voted out Quickie, the Nestle Bunny. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, very
Here are
good.
the Go on, sorry.
I was just going to say, now we're back home. We lost John, Envelope, Ergun, and Stamp is back home, and he's lost his Twitch billions. And so we will re-employ you as the night watchman, because we have a sponsor that can help us. It's Wazjitsu or whatever it was. So Stamp, welcome back. Are you good? Are you okay? Do you want to go over to your little room and get like settled in? Aye, that I do. All right. Bye. Bye.
See you soon. Make sure you, we left it as it was. We asked the monkeys not to tidy it. I'm gonna add the rest of the sponsor race info now and put it backwards in time.
Brilliant. Give me a number between 1 and 300.
67.
There isn't a 67.
Okay. And go for 68.
Real world. Meanings and history of the name Maude. Maude is an Irish name short for Matilda. It means powerful warrior and is most used in the UK and Netherlands.
Yes, that does give us a chance to speak about real world Maudes, which I don't think we've ever done other than the Maude from Maude. There's only a few that I can think of, including Maude Apatow, Judd's daughter.
Yep.
I can't think of any that I specific other than the Maude from that movie Maude. King Maude, what was it called?
Maude and Jack.
Oh yeah, Saint Maude.
Saint Maude.
Moll Flanders is the name of a book. I'm sure in like 90 episodes we brought that up before though.
Correct.
Yeah, I can't think of any other famous Maudes other than Maude Apatow.
Nope. Maude Gone Wild.
It's trying to get Maude Adams some screen time, but I don't know who that is.
Find a grave.
Find her grave.
That's what Wikipedia says. Find her grave. Anyway.
I don't take orders from Wikipedia.
Someone at the door. Who is it? Can you open the door there, Zaz?
Yes, welcome. Who is it? Welcome to the MFIMDB one located
I'm Hardy Fox. Nice to meet you. I'm Hardy Fox. Nice to meet you. I'm a little
There's no one here. Oh wait, I've looked down. There's a fox here.
I'm Hardy Fox. Nice to meet you. Why am I here? Oh yeah, my agent said something about promoting my new album, but what the hell is a Maude Flanders Internet Museum and Database anyway?
Come in.
Oh, this is nice. I see Maude Flanders over there. Hi, fellers. What's the deal with this place? Brother one?
I would like to be brother two. The line's better.
Welcome to the Maude Flanders Internet Museum and Database. We are the proud owners and you are the first visitor since our reopening of this fine establishment. Right, and who the hell is Maude Flanders?
You don't know who Maude Flanders is. She was a beloved character on The Simpsons until she tragically died in a freak accident.
Oh, you think, guys, there's enough material here to fill an entire museum?
Oh.
Absolutely, we got rare clips, fan fiction, and even a Maude Flanders themed restaurant. Oh, I can't wait to try the Maude Flanders burger. Sounds delicious.
You go and explore the museum. Just have a wander around.
I'm shaking my head in disbelief.
This guy come for a job interview. Let's hire him.
Okay, I'm here. I do need a little bit of work. What can I do?
His motley.
Go clean the car park, Foxy. For some reason, the monkeys have built a brand new car park that's already in total disarray. Okay, like
Yeah.
to keep myself busy.
They've built us a very functioning theme park that does look abandoned. But I don't know if that was just a thematic choice, perhaps.
It's a strange choice, but I suggested. But anyway, we've got a new character, Hardy Fox, and he's off going to what's he doing? He's cleaning the car park. So far we've talked to Jeff, we've got a stamp. We haven't mentioned baby Jack Derrida. He's been very quiet. What do you think? And insert baby sounds.
We can swat. Deacon swat.
Content. Do you want to give the people some context for this content?
Sure, why not? We are back into the world of Maude Flanders, finally. I'd say this is what we've been referring to as a Roswell Renaissance, sort of fully undergone. They have we're in a sort of period of time now where occasionally there'll be a full episode entirely about Ned, and it will be in the past, or we'll have more as a ghost. She will be like,
weird, isn't it? So weird that they've now got to the stage where they most of their episodes about him are in the past because they've killed two of his wives.
Yeah, it's there's still the sort of like nods to her in present day, but yeah, it seems like they thought of, if they think of a Flanders story at this point, they've gone past caring about the fact that his wives are dead. They'll just find a way to do it.
Is there still like life in the Ned story? Like, are they doing anything interesting at all with Ned at this point?
There isn't life in much, but it's still nice to see it. Still nice to see it happening.
Nice that they animate something.
They did
24 frames a second.
Yeah, the last season had a Ned episode, and it was quite. They paired him with Fat Tony, but had him sort of blissfully unaware that he was helping the mafia. That was kind of
similar
that's better than
our cold openings several years ago.
Pretty much, yeah. I think, to be fair, I think they might have done that around the same time. That might be a bushes from us, or just everybody was in the bushes that day.
Click one.
Yes.
Season 26, episode 17. You'll have to remind me in the previous in season 9, what kind of season of The Simpsons were we talking about?
I think we covered seasons 20 through 25.
Okay.
So I think she appeared. So I think there was maybe she wasn't in season 24, but other than that, she was at least in a shot or a clip or something between 20 and 25. But 26 to like 31 is the Maude period for some reason.
Clip 1. The Simpsons garage is full of Duff memorabilia. Bard and Lisa are guffawing and shooting t-shirt cannons at each other. Marge turns and says, "Stop shooting that at each other." Duffman Homer strolls out in full Duffman outfit. "Relax, honey. Nobody's ever been killed by a t-shirt cannon. Great thwacking t-shirt cannon sounds too." Cut to Neddy, surrounded by his ageless children and photos of his dead wives. Yes, guess what is going to happen next? He's radiant, and he's probably reading an underlined Bible. Predictably, a t-shirt does a magic JFK bullet, goes through the window and hits Maude, smashing the glass as she lies above Nedna's bed. Then we get an FFN, a very knowing face-forward Nedwood.
Yeah, Ned looks directly at us, as if to say, "Can you believe this?
Can you Adam and Eve it?"
This is one that feels like it was just in there for me. It's weak and it takes a lot of setup to get to.
Kind of like the beginning of this episode.
Kind of. At least we didn't do it for 32 years. We only did it for 10 seasons so far.
Fair enough.
I just sort of realised that my favourite character in Buffy, spoilers, dies via a very similar method to this. It's not a t-shirt cannon, it's a bullet, but it comes through a window in a very similar way. He's shot, but through a window from a magic bullet gun that was not sort of able to reach the window that she was at.
JFK all over again, isn't it?
It is. Nice little Maude connection. Homer's Duffman. Cat Dealey made him Duffman.
Cat Dealey?
Cat Dealey from SMTV Live.
Is she famous now in America?
I think she hosted like American Idol for a while something like that.
Right.
So she made it.
Brummy accent.
Yeah, so I think
they got rid of her because the Geordie one, they couldn't understand her, right? Cheryl, whatever her name was.
Yeah.
They got rid of her after one episode and brought in a Brummy.
Yes. exactly. Softer on the ears, and
The delight on the
yeah, so
eyes.
that's why they've got all the Duff Man sort of stuff. So the t-shirt cannon, it's like I can sort of see it. I can see the train of thought being like, we need to fill this stuff with like things that Duff Man
Need
might
to fill
use.
26 minutes.
Yes, and then t-shirt cannons is something Duff Man might use, and then just as you would in The Simpsons, if you thought of a t-shirt cannon, your mind would naturally go to Maud Flanders.
Indeed.
So I think they just seized an opportunity that was there, but it does take quite a bit of getting to. I like it's just all very on the nose, isn't it? Like, and it does continue the great thing of Homer just not caring.
No, not even
Doesn't
knowing.
even remember anymore. In fact, I remember we looked at a clip where Ned says something like, "I forgave you for killing my wife," and he said like, "What have you done recently?" Can't
Yeah, we
remember.
saw it
but,
a little while ago. They were fighting on some girders.
yeah. So it's nice. It's nice to just have her around still, isn't it? And have
I
that
describe
memory.
this clip as pathetic.
It's yeah. I'll give you that. Relax, honey. Nobody's ever been killed by a t-shirt cannon before.
Clip 2.
Wink, wink.
Relax, honey. Nobody's ever been killed by a shotgun before. Clip 2.
Nobody's ever been fired for comedy. That's what they should have said. And then they should have had it.
Fired for comedy?
Yes, FFC.
Clip 2. Season 26, episode 19. The kids are all fighting.
Yes.
Flashback. They're at the garden fence with flashback Ned and Homie, Bigger Her Days. Homer and Ned in Bigger Her Days. More than I know how hard it is to be dealt with a pair of little jokers. Cut to teeny Rod and Todd kneeling behind him. Daddy, may we please go tuck ourselves in for our naps now? A stern Neddy turns and says, now you know you can't tuck yourself in until you're 18. Now go get Mommy Diddley. They skip hand in hand, no lessons needed. Ned turns. Sorry you had to witness that, he says to Homer. Anyway, Maude and me thought you might want to have some time out with mature something. And Homer says, I'm sorry I had to see it too.
Exactly. Yeah, they this episode, I couldn't tell you what it was. You could probably say this about a lot of things deep down, but I don't know what it's for. Like, it's not
certainly not to entertain us.
That's accurate. It seems like, but there isn't a through line for a story or anything. It's just Homer says to Bart and Lisa, "Let me tell you about the time that we couldn't find you, and then we found you." But it's not to like, just like storytelling wise, there's nothing like. There's no reason for them to like. They don't learn anything from it. So it literally just feels like, let's go back in time and tell a story, but not even for the Ned part of it this time. Like Ned and the Flanders they have like a side character thing that they could have just done with any couple.
You've literally just again described this this episode.
Yeah.
Literally no purpose for telling the story on this and side characters that could have been anyone.
Well, that's
we're more Maudie than ever.
MMTE. Yeah, there's no absolutely no need for her to sort of be in it. It's weird thinking about how this is Ned in the past, but then when you watch like season 1 of The Simpsons, Ned isn't like this. So I wonder if he just had like a phase for a year, because I'm not going to be as nice for a bit. I'm going to be just more sort of like braggy and like, my stuff's better than your stuff, Simpson.
Does he do that?
Straight back to, yeah, like season 1, especially the first episode with the Christmas stuff. It's all like sort of not intentionally gloating, but like obnoxiously rubbing it in Homer's face that they're like, they've got more going on, like how many presents they're buying and how well the house is decorated, like sort of not humble things. And then Ned went back to being Ned. Whereas he was saying like, you can't tuck yourself in.
He's just trying to raise his kids right, isn't he?
I guess so.
In these tough times. Clip 3. Ned and Maude are stood up as they sit at the table in the gilded truffle. What is this, I say? There are 2 empty seats at the table. Plates are, I repeat. Some time passes. Maude looks at watch. Ned raises a glass. Well, isn't this a great chance to drink more water? It's always half full for Ned. My bladder's about to burst. My bladder's finna burst, says Roswell.
Exactly.
Now, YouTube. YouTube. Now, you may have had many waters, but that is no reason for the sailor talk. And then we get this withering look that only seems to have appeared in recent Maude flashbacks rather than ever happening during the actual Maude lifetime.
Yeah,
and she's sassy with her London bridges all showing.
Yes, sort of a reboot, a soft reboot, if you will, of
just like this episode.
Yeah, I think this is they probably would have gone this direction had Maude not been killed. They probably would have just started making her more. Yeah, exactly. They would have made it more like this, I think, where she was like, she responded to Ned's Nedliness more straight man and boosty villain. You question that in the early days, and now you can just have this one screenshot. It says all that you need from that.
When you put it on the screen, can you write the word straight man and boosty villain across it?
Of course.
Like flashing.
And also, who would have thought on season 26, when she's been dead for 15 seasons, that we would get a new outfit?
It's sassy. It's Maude, but it's a new Maude.
Maybe this was the turning point for them as well, because they invited the Simpsons. They do obviously turn up, as we see, but they just turn up very, very late. So maybe this was the first time they were like, let's try and get to know Homer and Marge, and they just realized in this moment, like, that's not gonna fly.
We ain't that kind of couple, right?
Yes. My bladder's going to burst. Where do you rank that on Maude Flanders lines?
It's low.
Higher or lower than we had to drink toilet water?
Way lower. And it's way lower than Mad Dog put down the pumpkins.
Oh, yes. Yeah, no, it's nice. I wonder how Roswell, I'm assuming we'll find out soon for money, but I wonder how she felt or feels about throwing in a random Maude, and if she has to do any sort of like vocal exercises to get herself there.
Like a Maude
This is very
warm-up.
Maude. Yeah, this is very Maude. She's hitting the notes. You can tell that this is not Marsha McGavin.
No, this is NMMMG.
Yes, this is FR, full Roswell.
Exactly. The Roswell Renaissance is in full FX with their London bridges showing. Clip 4.
Exactly.
The same episode. The two fams pull up to the driveway at the same time. Where are all the children, I ask. It is a sunny day. I've never asked before, but do we know who lives here?
No, I don't believe we do. We might, but I can't remember. Todd
Marge says, thanks for a wonderful brunch and a slightly younger Maude. How did they make her a little bit younger, I ask? But they did.
The Allies.
I don't know if I like the paradoxalized omelets or the light jazz combo. I don't know if I liked more the personalized omelets or the light jazz combo. I liked it when the trumpet player's cheeks got really big, says Homer, and then blows his cheeks out, and we get an FFM.
That's
Neddy
a
very good face forward Maude. Neddy runs from the house holding Todd and dragging Rod behind him. He is screaming.
Least favourite Flanders child.
Grandma Flanders has passed. Passed what? The babysitter died, I asked. Maude says, where are our kids gone? Oaks looks. Grandma's dead.
Grandma's dead.
Anyway, basically she says, oh, it looks like Grandma Flanders.
It looks like Grandma Flanders has died after something about turning to powder.
Dust. Well, to take a powder is an American term, I think, meaning like to run away. I never really understood it, but anyway. Grandma Flanders turned to dust. She took a powder. Sorry if that seems a little flip, he apologizes, about his own grandmother.
Yeah, I'm starting to piece it. I think they might have done this episode because or they might have just wanted to set an episode around the same time as that great flashback when Bart has a clown bed. And it's the baby, when Lisa's born, basically, it's like the baby sleeps in the crib. And then they see the old woman who says, hello, Joe. Do you remember her at all?
No, I don't.
And it's that's Grandma Flanders. I think they've just basically thought that episode is really popular. Let's set another episode in the same time and just hope it works. And then that opened up bringing in Maude for us, basically. But yeah, this is Grandma Flanders. So this is not Ned's mother. This is Ned's grandmother. Not sure on which side, but a very popular Shabadoo, Joey Jojo Shabadoo-esque character.
Indeed.
And something's happened where she's not died, spoilers, but I think she like froze completely. Also, she stops moving with her eyes open, so the kids all freak out and like flee. well, all of them don't. Rod and Todd stay in the house scared, and Bart and Lisa just flee into like Springfield.
Right.
I can't see green anymore. Yes.
So
but
did
she
they find them in the end?
She's just famous for saying hello, Joe.
Was the missing children a reference to the cold opening of this episode?
Oh yeah. No, but sort
I'll
of.
take
Yes.
it. I'll take it.
We'll have it. And John Hamm was not in this episode as well, so there's not a coincidence.
Clip 5.
The way that she says, not clip 5, the way that she says combo is her most Maude delivery for a long time, I think. She says Campbell,
Right.
and it's great. Just nice for me. This was one of those that was just nice for me at the time. This is the reason I still am invested in The Simpsons, more so now that we do the podcast and I've got like our cousins have introduced us to like 20 more characters to keep my eye out for, like Poochie.
Indeed.
But in terms of story, no. Yeah, I think they just thought, because the clown bed's also in this episode, so they just fully went for let's go for a greatest hits soft reboot, including a soft reboot of Maud Flanders herself, looking. I think the way they make her look younger, by the way, is to remove the eyeshadow. I think I think this one I draw Maud personally. Eyeshadow makes her look sort of more sarcastic, or sort of, do you like her eyes are more like how we saw her looking at Ned in the restaurant then.
Yeah.
The eyeshadow seems to do that, and it does seem to age her quite a bit.
I think it's a little bit more than that. I think it's
spoilers.
Spoilers. I think it's a little bit more than that. Here, I think her face is a little bit smaller.
A little bit more than that.
A little bit smaller. The eyes are a bit bigger. Lips are a little bit fuller. Face is a bit smaller.
Yeah, she also, there's a youthfulness. And I do think I want to compare
Hers
colours
a bit bigger.
as well. Since I think all the colours have got darker over the years. Because when you say if you drew a Maude and then copied this image to use the colours in paint, it's not orange and yellow, it's like a light brown and a mustard. And you would choose a much more orange and yellow sort of. So I think maybe over time it's got duller, or just maybe it's always been that way.
Who knows?
Maybe that's the bombshell we're learning here. She's not got orange hair, but she is a straight man and boosty villain.
There's literally no way to check. Clip 5.
No, if only.
Same episode. 6 years ago, we go to the doors of the intensive care unit. We have a Seinfeld style slap bass Simpsons tune. Doc Hibbert. Doc Hibbert
he's dressed like I think he's kind of dressed like Coming to America style.
He's Bill Cosby, isn't he?
I don't think he is in this one. I think he's got the very sort of 90s Eddie Murphy haircut.
Maybe he's got a flat top, hasn't he?
Norbit, yes.
He's got a green tie. The Simpsons for checkering. Ka-ching, the Flanders family are happily waiting for the horrific news. Cosby says, I didn't think she would make it, but I was wrong. It seems your grandmother wants to stick around to see these boys grow up. The boys punch the air in cheers, and Ned starts to sing Amazing Grace. Hibbert touches his shoulder and says, loud singing could kill her. Maude is sitting and doing nothing as she did in many of the clips in the early days, but she's not sitting silently and blinking. In the old days, I think they would have shown from a distance the whole family, but I think they're just better at zooming in on it. People, I think they just do a better job. So like you just don't see those long shots where Maude's just sitting stationary for like 30 seconds anymore. It's like they just zoom in on Ned's face, which they would in like a regular sitcom, right? You wouldn't ever in a regular sitcom just have a shot in which one of the characters is literally just sat there motionless.
Yeah. It also, like, because she's not in crowd scenes, we miss a lot of that as well, because there's no reason to. I imagine you still got a lot of how we see Maude motionless but blinking and sort of maybe darting her eyes around.
Yeah.
You get a lot of that with the crowds, but also, yeah, you don't get a lot of off-model stuff anymore. It's just the sad part.
It's all CGI in it. And Jarrett Cass Homer shouts, and it did. Cut to real time. Back in Moe's. Bart is playing pool and says, stop telling us this story.
I think he speaks for all of us.
He certainly does. Just like this episode.
In a Simpsons episode of unnecessary things, this is the most unnecessary thing. Because she's not a recurring, or like there was no reason to have her not die. there's no reason to come back at the end and say, oh no, she's fine, and then say singing did kill her. It doesn't, like, you never see her again. It's not like they had to say, oh no, she didn't die actually, because she's always in the background. She's never seen. And the only time we've seen her before this was chronologically before this. So yeah, stupid. And also they didn't give Maude a line, so I don't care about this scene.
I don't care.
She's sat pleasantly. She's probably internally thinking the same as us. Like, why are we here? Why can't this woman just die?
Why can't this woman just die from a t-shirt cannon to the groin?
Exactly. Looks at camera.
Looks at camera. Oh, just at the door now. Ring, ring, ding dong. Hello, come in. Who? Nathan, I don't know how to describe this. It simply looks like he's a large man dressed in a superhero costume with a rat tail, and he's essentially a rat, and he has a weighing scale in one hand and a carrot in the other.
I don't know what I'm doing here, but I'm hoping they have some healthy snacks. It's been a rough week for me, and I need to keep my weight in check.
Well, he's got a slightly Geordie-ish accent. It's brilliant. So, anyway, you're Ratman, are you? Ratman the Weight Watcher, it says on your t-shirt.
Aye.
Please take a look at the various exhibits of Maude Flanders from The Simpsons.
I'm shaking my head in disbelief.
I can see that. You don't need to tell me that.
Why are there so many dolls of this Maude Flanders person? Who even is she?
Oh my goodness. Listen, Zaz. Welcome to the Maude Flanders Internet Museum database, Ratman Weight Watcher. I'm Brother 1, and this is my brother, Brother 2.
My brother. We're huge fans of yours, Ratman. Well, I am. I've been following your weight loss journey on social media.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm trying my best.
He's gone Irish. We're thrilled to have you today here, Geordie Irish Ratman Weight Watcher. We thought maybe we could give you an unnecessarily talk on healthy eating and weight loss.
But what does that have to do with Maude Flanders?
Well, Maude was always concerned with a healthy living and moral value. We thought it would be a great fit.
I don't know about that, but I guess I can give it a shot.
Brian Dennett.
Prepping for his talk.
You don't know what you've gotten yourself into here, but you want a job because we need to hire literally 200 people to fill this museum, and so far we've simply got a fox, the bad attitude.
A job? Aye.
Where's Onion? Onion's supposed to be a permanent sponsor this season. We haven't mentioned him once.
Onion's a bad guy. Onion's flown off. He inherited one of the other Maude Flanders museums. We'll have to check in on him at some point, but he's off there, no doubt. Looks like he was. Well, he's a parrot. He's a foul-mouthed Scottish parrot that used to be owned by a vampire king, and now he's opened up a sliver of darkness in himself and inherited a Maude Flanders Internet Museum somewhere in North Dakota, South Williamshire, and basically we hope to never see him or hear him again because he's a rotter.
Okay, I'll go and clean the car park too.
Clean car park 2 because the fox, Hardy the fox, is cleaning car park 1. Okay. Bye. Let's have a look at the Maude.
I'm going to go and clean the car park.
Yeah, we've already established that. Now, Zaz, where is the proper big family tree with all the stuff in it? Because this isn't the good one, is it?
Goodman.
This doesn't have all of the Japanese relatives in, does it?
No, there is a massive one. Let me see.
I couldn't find it.
I'm hoping I just have a giant picture of it somewhere. I have them all separately. I have pictures of them all separately. I have the tree somewhere, but it's probably going to take me 10 minutes to find amidst all this absolute garbage. And by garbage, I mean gold. But you can...
Let's do some Maude art.
Oh, yes. I've sent you all of the relatives. I've sent you all the family tree people. You had a question about someone specific.
Yes, I do.
How many fictional relatives we've created? Very real fictional relatives.
Where is it?
I've sent them all via Messenger.
Oh, that's brilliant. Let's have a chat about that instead. All right, tell me a little bit about Michael Mickey Mouse. What do we know about him?
He sort of looks a bit like David Bowie, and he's married to Alison Wilcox, I believe. I can't remember how I think he's the brother of Sarah Wiggum somehow. I don't know. I can't remember, but he's I think he works in a more successful cracker factory than Kirk Van Houten, and they have one child called Ashmouche. He's probably never met Maude. I don't think he lives in Springfield. I think he lives in Iowa.
Do we know anything like wacky about him?
Oh, that would be good, wouldn't it? Something funny. He enjoys to swim in yogurt.
That's
It's
real.
a deep, shameful secret for him.
What is the deal with Ash Mouse? Is that the relative?
Ash Mouse is the son or daughter of Michael Mickey Mouse and Alison Wilcox.
Nice. Let's get into like this art, which I just.
The son is allergic to yogurt.
So here is a piece of artwork, which is all I'm struggling to comprehend, to be honest.
I don't see the connection here in any way whatsoever.
So this is AI art generator. Give me now we're looking at other people's AI art. This is somebody who tried to get a curvy Maude Flanders as a vampire player, and even them, Max Lat plus 18 says, "Oh dear Lord, not even close."
They're right. It's not even close. They got two things right.
Her left peanut and her right one.
But no, I don't see. Not only do I not see Maude, I don't see a vampire slayer. She seems to be holding a big version of one of those things that you help yourself get your shoes off with.
A shoehorn.
Yes. Who's Sean?
Who's Sean's shoehorn? Here we go. This is a cosplay of The Simpsons of Maude. What do you reckon to that one? By Undy Cos. Un cosplay de Simpson. Et oui, Maude est un personnage que j'aime beaucoup et je me suis dit qui pouvait être cool dans le feu dans mes cosplay colors.
Exactly. Can you go back one? What's the thing? What's with the eyelash coming off like the bottom left eye?
I think that's just fancy. It's just Maude's eyes do that, or is that just a way to suggest that her eyes are like maybe bigger and rounder?
That kind of. If you were gonna you put some white in there as well, wouldn't you? But I see what she's going for, and I appreciate it. And I think this is a decent effort.
She got the blue eyeshadow on the first one where she's praying.
Yeah, it's not a bad Maude wig, but the colours of the outfit are wrong. But she does mention something in French about cosplay colours, so maybe that's.
We'll never know. If there's literally no way to find out that information. But anyway, So that's two pieces of Maude art, and I think that's plenty. So let's have a.
It's been a long time since we looked at any.
What I've noticed, though, in terms of the Maude family tree,
it's full of people.
Yeah, I just need a toilet.
Okay.
I haven't found a car park.
It's over there. It's just down the corner.
No, I can't find it. Will you take me there?
Ugh, fine, come on. Sponsors: Onion, winner of a crown and scepter provided by Fierce Burns Jewels, a year supply of Anastasia Beverly Hills makeup for some reason, $200,000 prize, and the deeds to MFIMDB Fort in Wyoming, North Carolina. Sponsor: I'm in me mum's car star, Vroom Vroom. Sponsor: Jenny the Vixen Ryan, wettest blanket of sponsor race.
Thanks for that. Thanks for letting me take a good old number 2 break.
I took the little hippo or whatever it was to the car park.
Brilliant.
Why did Jenny the Vixen Ryan become a quiz show expert?
Just through sheer hard work.
Because she wanted to chase knowledge, not mice.
Null mice. Exactly. Well, do we have time for a diary?
Oh yeah, sure. It's been a while. Let's get out the old tome.
Dear Diary, today in heaven it was a special day. Me and Rabbi Krostowski and Bleeding Gums Murphy and Frank Grimes decided to hold a bake-off to raise some money for... Who else has died?
Blinking Gums Murphy.
Oh yes, him. To raise some money for Eddie Salmon Pinkbeard Man, canonically dead. We made marshmallow squares and it was real good and tasty. But then I with that little mirror that you can use in heaven that you can see down to earth that I've never mentioned before, but is real. You can use that to see what's going on. And I saw that Homer Simpson and his stupid little mangy children he was dressed as Duffman for some reason, something to do with cat dealing, and they shot some t-shirt cannons through into what was my earthly home. I can't really claim anything for it now, but I still like the people who live there. And it smashed the window and smashed a picture of me, and just Ned took it too well for my liking. He just looked at the audience. He didn't even, like, if that was me, I would have picked that t-shirt up and thrown it back down and hit that little Lisa one. Or I would have gone out and pushed Bart to the ground and said, "Don't do that. That's really disrespectful, diddly." But he didn't. He just let it go, like frozen. And that upset me. And also Homer made some kind of dig at me as well, like he pretended he's forgotten who I am, but he definitely has not. Because this mirror shows you thoughts too. And he's thinking of me, and I know he is. But also, it upset me, so I decided not to participate in the bake sale anymore. So they didn't raise enough money. So Eddie, Sam and Pink Beard Man went to hell. Bye, diary, I'm going for a nap.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun, wasn't it? Shall we end with a song?
Oh,
It's interesting that the Sam and Pink Beard Man, who became canon and was killed inside the same canon.
I think it's his brother.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
his brother Eddie.
Some's garage full of demonial blah.
Gugafwin, Morge Turners,
Relax Hune Noon Verga being killed.
T-Short Canonon, Great Thou King,
Eggless children underline Bible.
Photos of Dead Wives, Cracky Cavile,
FFN Flashback Rated Fence.
Eenie Waymods, Stenfreimer,
Sturdo up place Chang Crink no water half full.
My Blackadder's Ging to Burst,
My Blackadder's fin and burst YouTube.
Rousel, London Bridge.
Buttering Oko.
Where are ye all the children? It is a sunny dad.
I know I've sacked before. I don't know like the remote plays.
Proportionalised omelets.
Symphomanda Churing Greg.
Sink Flecked, Pakakaching Fakavanda.
Gorfrick Cosbo Tot Stick.
This diced amazing grace. Stop telling us this story.
Yeah, and ding dong, ding dong. Oh, who's this at the door to add to Hardy Faster Fat and Ratman Watch Catcher? Oh, I am Who Dat New Phone. Sorry, no room at the inn. Slam.
No more employees today. How's the car parks? Bye.
Do you want to do some names with me? Yeah? All right. I'll say them and then you say them after. Okay? Whale Sawan.
Well, someone.
The Devon Maid.
The Devon Maid.
King Louis XIV of France.
King Louis XIV of France.
La Befana.
The Befana.
Quickly, the Nestle Bunny. Or quickly, the Nestle Bunny.